Hi, Gerhard Bloom, once again, looking at the tyranny and the delusions of the social justice movement. Well, this falls very much on the side of the delusional side of the equation. In this case, basic biology. But it is a problem. And it exemplifies the absolute crisis in expertise. Experts lying about basic facts that you have every right to be concerned about. And experts are the ones you turn to for their expert insight and years of acquired knowledge, and they're lying to you. As examples, right? The American Medical Association is arguing that the birth of the child should be off of the birth certificate, right? Like hitherto, doctors were just taking an educated guess. The American Pediatric Association banning or against any bans about gender-affirming care for minors. This is awful. I did a previous video on this. This is not the science. The science speaks exactly in the opposite direction. Gender-affirming care for minors is medical experimentation. I saw a very amusing meme on X, aka Twitter. A pregnant woman and the father of the baby, undoubtedly, looking at the doctor's consulting the MRI, not the MRI, I forget what it's called, anyways, the results. The woman asked the doctor, is it a boy or a girl? The doctor says, well, we'll let the kindergarten teacher decide. That's exactly what's happening, right? Exactly what's happening. And recently, the American Anthropology Association and Canadian Anthropology Society, they canceled a presentation that was going to discuss, biological sex as a necessary analytical category. Of course it is. For those unfamiliar with anthropology as a science, or at least it used to be a science, grounded in archaeology, linguistics, physical anthropology, and cultural anthropology. Stones, tones, bones, and thrones, colloquially, right? So, yes, basic biology and the history of the human animal, profoundly, profoundly important. There is no instance ever where a tribe of females have overridden another tribe, killed all the women, and mated with, sexually enslaved the males. Never in human history. But there have been countless instances of males from a tribe overwhelming the males of another tribe, kill them all, steal the women, right? So basic biology, it is a fact. I mentioned this in a previous discussion. In the human sciences, it's not an equal opportunist, right? At the very basic of human inquiry in the sciences is physics. That goes all the way up. It doesn't matter if you're looking at building rocket engines or studying human history. Yes, they're not reducible to one another, right? Like when you're discussing football, you're not doing physics, right? But when you're discussing football or human history, nothing can contradict the basic laws of physics. They're basic and they're stable. The next level of analysis is chemistry, right? Nothing in the human sciences can contradict basic laws of chemistry. After that, biology, basic biology. So if you jump up to the level of archaeological analysis, you're studying ancient Rome, and some pinhead comes along and says, oh, biological sex, that's a social construct. No, it's not. You jump down to basic biology. We are two flavors, the male and the female, right? Basic biology. This social science nonsense is poisonous, and it's eroding on a number of fronts people's trust in science and the experts. Remember, you get that vaccine, the COVID vaccine, you're not going to get COVID and you're not going to spread COVID. Well, it was a lie. You could get the vaccine, you could get COVID. You have the vaccine, you could still pass COVID along. It was a lie. Experts have a duty to the truth. And in this case, socially sensitive anthropologists, they don't want to offend those utterly imaginary species of human beings, the trans men and trans women. Trans men are women, trans women are men. They're respectively trying to pretend they're members of the opposite sex. Makes them lives happier, fine. Stay out of cross-sex change rooms and sports, right? Although you don't see a whole lot of trans men, i.e. women, competing in men's sports. Why is it always the case that it's trans women, i.e. men, competing against women, right? And crushing the competition. So in this case, anthropology, yeah, these people are pretending they believe the lie. They don't believe the lie. Why do they endorse the lie? Two reasons. One, they will be attacked as some kind of transphobic bigot if they don't support the lie, and they'll be culled from the herd, right? Leftists will attack them on every front, seeking to destroy their reputation, to have their careers ruined, and then when they chase them out of one institution, they will make sure that no other institution will hire them. This is leftist, but this has got to stop. Absolute nonsense, right? And no, it is not the science. Scientific inquiry, you follow it where the truth leads. And when you're violating basic laws of biology for the sake of, some higher ideal, right? These social scientists have just discovered that there's a distinction between sex and gender, no. Gender is just a cultural overlay, the sort of culturally contingent practices that mark out the respective sexes, right? In North America, men wear pants. Ancient Rome, men wore togas. They're still men, both in North America and ancient Rome. The Scots, right? Scottish men wear kilts. They're still men, right? They don't wear bustiers. No. Anyways, absolute poisonous nonsense. And, but it is damaging. It's eroding our confidence in science and in expertise. And it's a problem because when we confront major social problems, it's to the experts that we turn, and they need to start speaking the truth. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Do drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And yes, please do check out my book, Deconstructing Social Justice. It's available on Amazon. You can get it in any format you want. You can, there's an Audible version, electronic version, conventional paper, and it's important. Not because I wrote it because the issues could not be more important. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Bye-bye now.